Welcome to This Week on Great Lakes Golf Today. I'm your host, Mike Jamison, sitting here at the veranda at Sycamore Hills Golf Club, and this is in Macomb, Michigan. Now, all the guys over there at the dollar store know just what I'm talking about, and they're sitting back to enjoy a half hour of golf here at this beautiful 27-hole track. We're going to be spotlighting it, talking to the great people here, and also taking you to the SMT Golf Headquarters in Chicago, Illinois. This is going to be a wonderful show. Dan Sutton's got his golf tips and a lot more stuff. So sit back, relax, get that dollar can of something cold to drink, and enjoy This Week on Great Lakes Golf Today.
Great Lakes Golf Today is brought to you in part by Components Plus at the Legacy Golf Resort.
Welcome back to Great Lakes Golf Today, here with Tom Schwark. Tom, how are you, sir?
Good, thank you, Mike. I'm doing very well, thank you.
I got to just congratulate you on such a wonderful, wonderful place. This is 27 of the most beautiful holes I've got a chance to see in a while. It's amazing. This time of the year we normally don't get out to shoot the courses because everybody's getting dark and brown, and you're as green as can be.
Well, you know, we've had a nice amount of rainfall this year. We're a little above the rainfall as far as that goes, and you know, so the weather's been fairly good. We had a fairly brutal stretch about you know, for about 3 weeks there, last couple of weeks of March, first week of August, when it got pretty hot there, but we you know, had a lot of water on it. We had aerated the greens earlier in the year, and so they were able to withstand, you know, that kind of a tough spell. And, you know, got a couple of scars out there, but for the most part, it is in very nice shape. And the greens are rolling pretty true.
Incredible. And being able to incorporate 27 holes into this type of facility, it actually works out great. Number one, if you're coming out to play 18, you can play the south course, the north course. You can move yourself around when you come out here on the weekends, and it's just incredible how it all works out in such a nice tight area with your fairways. I wouldn't want to hit the driver on some of these holes the way I hit the ball.
It can be a little tight out there.
Yep.
You know, it's we have it's not a real long course. I think from the back tees, each 9 is in the neighborhood of around 3,150 or 3,200 yards. You know, so sometimes people think that it's not much of a challenge because of that, but it's a very tight course. We have a fair amount of water. We hit over the river back and forth a few times. We have 4 ponds that we dug out there, and they all come into play. And we have 60-some bunkers, you know, that are around too. So not to mention that, you know, most of the fairways are wooded. You know, either larger trees or smaller trees, depending on what the case may be. But you know, there's always a lot of trees out there if you happen, or a lot of trees out there if you happen to go astray, you know, if you miss the fairway.
If you miss the fairway, and the whole elevations on some of these holes are incredible, and the way the landing areas are set up, I mean, the long ball hitter's not really getting an advantage on some of the holes. I mean, it is that quality hit because you've got cricks laid out there right around that 270 to 280 mark, which, you know, gets some guys in a lot of trouble.
We have several par 4s, probably 3 or 4 of them, mixed in the 27 holes on the various 9s, that are in the neighborhood of around 300 yards, maybe even 290. But there's only one of them that's a straight hole. The other ones are the little dogleg to the right or perhaps a dogleg to the left, depending upon the situation. So, you know, it's possible to hit those, but if you're going to, you have to need to either draw or cut your driver, you know, when the time's needed to be able to bend it around that corner to hit it. Otherwise, you know, it's a risk-reward kind of a thing. You know, if you can do it, great, you're punting for an eagle. But on the other hand, you could be in the woods and you have a hard time getting a par or a bogey at that point.
Exactly. Well, I know, give us an idea where this course is located. I know you're just north of Detroit, and a beautiful area. I mean, it seems like golf course right here.
Well, we're on the north branch of the Clinton River, so there are 3 golf courses in a row. And we are located a little bit north of Mount Clemens, not far off of I-94, just about 2 miles. We're also about 2 miles north of M59. And we're on North Avenue, which is an extension of Groesbeck Highway. Groesbeck ends at M59, turns into North Avenue, and so we would be between 21 and 23 Mile Road. 48787 North Avenue is our address, and we're in Macomb, Michigan.
It's absolutely gorgeous here, and we're going to be actually talking to one of your PGA pros in a little bit and taking us out on the course to show us a little bit of the flavor. All three courses, just incredible elevations. I'm looking, I'm 3 clubs down on this hole, you know, and you're one of your Rangers, Mo, took me out there, and we had a really good time, and looking forward to it.
One of our the course was designed by Jerry Matthews.
Right.
And, you know, he's done a nice job with our course, and people who are familiar with the Jerry Matthews course, you know that he does a very good job. He's probably designed more golf courses in Michigan than any other golf architect has. And so the greens are, you know, they have a lot of undulation, and, you know, they're fun to putt. They roll very good. They roll very true. And in addition to our golf course, we have a banquet center as well, and we built the banquet center in 2000, and so we have the ability on weekends to do both weddings and golf outings at the same time, and so it gives us good opportunity to work with a lot of customers, and we enjoy that very much.
Beautiful, and the friendliness out there. I've never had so many people say hello to me. I thought that was very nice. And when we come back, we're going to take you out on the course, and you are just going to love this course. And I got to thank a viewer, Roger Moore, who sent me an email and said, you've got to spotlight this course, so it's working out for everybody. Beautiful course, Sycamore Hills, this week on Great Lakes Golf Today.
If your course would like to be spotlighted on Great Lakes Golf Today, call us 866-612-2311.
Do you ever think about building your own golf clubs? Well, Components Plus thinks you can, and they're here to help. Innovation is the game, and Components Plus has the latest shafts, heads, grips, and more. Components Plus prides itself on having everything you, the golfer, would need. Now, you can build your own clubs or have our professionals custom build a set for your swing. Call Components Plus today for our free catalog. Components Plus. Technology builds the components. Tradition builds the clubs. Take control of your game with SMT Golf. SMT has created a full line of high-quality component heads that are not only forgiving, but are achieving the highest honors in the entire history of the game. SMT Golf is the winningest component company in the history of golf, with 5 RE/MAX Long Drive championships and hundreds of individual and LDA Tour victories. Take control of your game with SMT Golf. Check out the entire line of SMT Golf products at Components Plus at the Legacy Golf Resort.
The best Ford dealer in the world today, a family business that's here to stay. Matthews Ford, always there for you.
Welcome to Pew's new state-of-the-art facility in Holland, Ohio. Stop by and see our many working products on display that help keep you comfortable.
Now is the best time to save on a complete Carrier air conditioning and heating system from Pew.
A newly designed Carrier air conditioner will help you reduce your electric bill up to 40%. Call Pew now or stop by our new location on Hamilton Drive off Angola Road between Holland, Sylvania and McCord.
Remember, there just wouldn't be a Pew without you.
Welcome back to Great Lakes Golf Today. Sitting here now with Max Adani. How are you, sir?
Good. Nice to meet you.
PGA professional here at Sycamore Hills. Right. And I saw you out there giving some lessons and trying to get them to hit them straight. All your buddies here are going to be giving you heck for doing this, aren't you?
Yeah, they probably will.
Well, we're going to actually go out. You have 3 9-hole courses here, and different flavor for each of the 3 9 holes.
Right. Yes, we do. We have 27 holes at Sycamore, and each 9 is a little bit different.
Well, we're going to start off on the north course, and actually the north course we're starting off on hole number 3 here, and wow, what a pretty hole to start our show here with.
North 3 it's a par 5, and I feel it's one of our better par 5s here at Sycamore Hills because we have an elevated tee there with a hazard that goes all the way down the right side of the hole. So it requires a fade off the tee where the golfer should aim it down the left side to try to get the best position to hit his second shot to the green. So you have to favor the left side all the way up that hole there. So it is a beautiful par 5.
Is this one of those holes maybe you want to think about 3-wood off the tee just to keep it straight,
No,
or do you
I-
think you can still yank and crank on this?
I think you should drive it down as far as you can down the left side, which then would give you the best chance of getting it on the green in 2. But you have to play the left side all the way down.
Okay. Well, hole number 6 here on the north course. This is quite a little bit of a dog leg for a par 4.
It is a dog leg to the right.
Can you make it?
Short hole. Really cannot hit it over the water unless you're a huge hitter.
Okay.
Again, the best chance there is to drive it down the left side, probably with a 3-wood. And again, then that'll give you your best opportunity to go to the green on your second shot. But anything to the right will end up in the hazard.
I notice on some of these holes too, the greens are really small on some of the holes. You really have to target that second shot coming in. Is this one of those holes?
Well, 6 gives you a fairly large green for a par 4. Again, no, we have to favor the left side on this one.
Hole number 7, we must be looking at a lot of par 5s here. This is a, I'll tell you what, this is a grip and rip. This is one of them holes that I could, if I really, really cranked it, I could really be proud of myself, but you could get in trouble on this real easy.
Number 7 is a great driving hole. Again, a little bit of elevated tee. It gives you a little bit of room to hit this ball down there, so you must hit it as far as you can on 7 in order to get the second shot over the water.
And you're going uphill after that second shot, too.
The second shot is going uphill, but you have to carry the water. So, again, you have to drive it as far down as possible so that your second shot, you can carry the water. If you're laying back too far, then the second shot becomes very difficult.
Well, folks, we're here at SMT Golf with Mr. Mike Tate. How are you, sir?
Good, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Nice seeing you here again, and got to tell you, I love your club. Even though, see, he doesn't know it, but one of the reasons I'm here is to get another SMT club because my golf partner stole that other
That's
one.
right. That's
and
right.
He's hitting it very well. And it's just amazing. We've talked to all the guys in my golf league, and when we're out and about at all the golf courses, the innovations of that face and the grooveless face, I think it's really got people knowing that, wow, there is something different
Right.
out there that can help out their game.
It definitely does. It gets a lot of attention, the smooth face, for sure.
The one question I seem to get a lot is, number one, with that smooth face, what's going to happen for your average 45 to 50 golfer that may have a little bit of a slice? Is it in their minds, they're thinking, oh, that means I'm going to slice it more.
A lot
What's
of people do think that. Actually, the ball spins a little bit less. The ball doesn't grab in the grooves of the club, so it spins about 1% less. Not a heck of a big difference, but considerable enough.
It would make a difference. Average golfer, you're looking at anywhere from 85 to maybe 100 max for the club head speed, and that will help them out a little bit.
Right.
And I seem to have a lot more control, and I was using the big dog too.
Right, exactly.
And it seems to be more of a control ball hitting club.
Right, exactly. Where your average golfer will notice it more is they'll notice it when the ball hits and lets go.
Right.
As opposed to hitting and stopping in the fairway.
And as I'm looking here, we're looking at some of these. Obviously, these are design ideas here, but it's nice to have these here to show people what everything is all about.
Right.
And what you were showing me here with this, give us a little explanation here. And this really kind of puts it all into the how it's all put together and the weight challenges here.
Exactly. A lot of people, I have these, I take these to shows and everything because a lot of people don't get to see how clubs are made, how they're welded, what they look like, when they're heat treated as opposed to just forged titanium.
Sure.
But this is just the crown of a club, and this crown of the club goes on this club here. But you can see the weight of that.
That's heavy.
One piece.
Yeah.
And that's before it gets sanded, before it gets heat treated. But then here is the new composite clubs, the new composite crowns. So you have the same crown piece that you have in your hand.
Right.
But here you also have the back skirt. It's called the back skirt. So this is conceivably 2 pieces of a 4-piece club, but you can see how light that piece is.
Oh, it's incredibly light.
Yeah, and that's 2 pieces versus this one. So if you added the skirt into this club crown, you would see that it's drastically.
A lot of the weight then can be concentrated in the areas to get that center of
Correct.
gravity down then, correct?
Correct, exactly. And the way the clubs are made is that the people who are welding clubs, they actually weld a weight chip in the bottom of each club to make up, and this weight chip weighs exactly the difference between those two.
Oh, okay.
My idea was I didn't want to have 50 people putting welds into clubs because they'd never do it exactly the same. They'd position it different, they'd move it a little bit differently, so then that would be a problem. So what I ended up doing is I ended up putting the tungsten copper weight built it into the skirt. It's always in the same exact place every single time.
Sanded, smooth, and it works out a lot better.
Exactly.
And something a lot of people don't know, when you have these welded in here, and if you're a heavy ball hitter, 10 weeks into your thing, you're hearing tinka, tinka,
That's
tinka,
right.
tinka, ting, and
That's right.
that's what that noise is.
That's right. Whenever they put something in there, and some of the welds and everything, and I make clubs quite a bit different than a lot of people. There's a different crown for each individual club, so the crown fits perfectly up against it. There is no excess welding that's used to fill those gaps for lower lofted clubs.
Very, very nice.
Hi, this is Dan Sutton here at Eagles Landing for this week's Great Lakes Golf Today Tip of the Week. I've had a lot of people ask me, have trouble gauging the length of their swing from a short putt to a medium length putt to a long putt. Well, with putting, we're going to learn a simple pendulum swing where it's the same going back and through. Never ever do you want to hit one putt harder than the other. What we're going to try to do here today is we're going to try to gauge the length of our swing to where for a short putt, we'll just use a short swing. For a longer putt, longer swing. This takes practice. You can get this figured out on the putting green yourself. But the one tip I have for you, picture the hour hand of a clock here at 6 o'clock. If I swing back to my right foot, I'm going to call this 7 o'clock. I swing through to my left foot, we'll call this 5 o'clock. So for a little short putt, I'm going to make a short swing, and that's going to be a 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock swing. Okay? If I lengthen it out a little bit, let's say I take it just a little bit past 7 o'clock. For a longer putt, I'll use a longer swing. And then for a real long one, I might go call it 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I haven't swung any harder from one putt to the next, but just by the length of the swing, that's really what determines how far the putt's going to go. Work on it, practice it, and remember, short putt, short swing, longer putt, longer swing. A lot of room in between there, but you'll get this figured out. Start getting these longer putts up close to the hole. This is Dan Sutton here at Eagles Landing. Until next week, hit them straight.
Don't forget to sign up for a chance at free golf at www.greatlakesgolftoday.com.
This is what great golf is all about. Voted Toledo's favorite course to play, this is Eagles Landing Golf Club. Located on the beautiful shores of Lake Erie, Eagles Landing can accommodate your group or company outing. Head pro Dan Sutton can fine-tune your game so you can play your best. On the web at eagleslandinggolfclub.net or call 697-GOLF for the area's best. Eagles Landing Golf Club. This is the place to play and have fun in 2006. This is Eagles Landing Golf Club. Do you ever think about building your own golf clubs? Well, Components Plus thinks you can, and they're here to help. Innovation is the game, and Components Plus has the latest shafts, heads, grips, and more. Components Plus prides itself on having everything you, the golfer, would need. Now, you can build your own clubs or have our professionals custom build a set for your swing. Call Components Plus today for our free catalog. Components Plus. Technology builds the components. Tradition builds the clubs.
Golf has come a long way from its beginning, but good golf still means good putting. Take that first step toward putting excellence. Synthetic Turf International is ready to install your personal putting green in whatever size and shape you desire, right in your own backyard. Guaranteed to sustain its color, texture, and durability, it's a first cousin to the finest bent grass green in the world. Listen, how sweet is that? Call your local distributor for your own personal putting green.
Since 1938, Gladio Do-It-Best Home Center has been synonymous with hardware, landscaping, plumbing, and your electrical needs. At our all-new store, we have another specialty, trains. Trains are a great hobby for kids of all ages. Gladio leads the way in keeping that hobby alive. They have all the major brand names, plus the largest selection of train accessories. Gladio Do-It-Best Home Center, Navarre, just east of Pearson Park. Gladio, we have great prices, but we specialize in service.
Once again, welcome back to Great Lakes Golf today here at beautiful Sycamore Hills Golf Course in Macomb, Michigan, right?
Right, Macomb Township.
It's Macomb. It's beautiful up here, and you got 3 golf courses right smack in a row. You can't beat that, can you?
No, it's a golfing mecca, we would say.
Well, we're here right now, and you know this place is so nice. I've even thought about getting married. I mean, you know, just go over to the clubhouse and have a big party.
Get carried away.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, we'll just have a big party then. We're going to actually take you off on the south course right now, and Max, give us a little idea about this south course before we get out there. This is one of the more different of the courses.
Yeah, of the 3 nines at Sycamore Hills, the south course is the most demanding because it's so tight.
Yep.
And forced carries. So for the average golfer, that becomes more difficult to play when you have forced carries and tight fairways.
I can see this is a hole where my big-time driver might have to be put away in a lot of these holes, and it's making that second shot really tough going in.
It's more of a placement 9, where you want to place the ball. Distance is not a priority. And again, it's keeping the ball in play.
Remember that. It's not a priority. That's why I tell that to myself all the time, and it doesn't work. Hole number 1 is we'll start on here. Give us a little idea about this baby.
Well, South 1 is one of the better par 4s on the south. It demands an excellent tee ball to get the ball in any type of position to have a second shot at the green. Any missed tee shot on South 1 will probably eliminate a second shot to the green.
Going off on hole number 3 here now, this is another one of the par 5s that could be quite a challenging hole for you.
It is a real challenging par 5 here at Sycamore Hills because off the tee it demands that you hit a draw off the tee. And again, for most golfers, a draw is a little bit more difficult to hit. So any type of slice or ball to the right on South 3 is going to cause you a lot of problems.
Now, laying up, to get us into a scenario, do you have to have that ball at a certain distance so that you're getting into the cut the right way?
You must drive it far enough to be able to carry the water on the second shot. Yeah, it is a problem. So again, it calls for a draw and a pretty good hit to get that ball over that water on the second shot.
It's a beautiful hole, very challenging, and you might have to keep a couple of balls in your pocket on that one.
That probably is the toughest par 5 we have on the golf course.
Whoa, hole number 6. This is a beautiful hole, just kind of spread out and ready to rock for you there.
And the number 6 here at Sycamore Hills is just a beautiful par 4, like you say. It calls for almost a layup shot to stay on top so that your second shot is looking down at the green. If you drive it too far on South 6, then you could become a downhill lie, which makes it very difficult to hit to this green surrounded by water. It is definitely the second hardest shot at Sycamore to hit the green because it's surrounded by water. Any miss-hit there, you're in the water.
Well, Max, the west course is what we're going to finish up with here, and actually, holes number 1, 2, and 3 are just an incredible way to start off this 9.
The west course is the first 3 holes on the west course are the most difficult here at Sycamore Hills in succession. To play west 1, 2, and 3 and even par, you are doing well. West 1 calls for a demanding tee shot, a long tee shot that gives you any chance of getting on this green in 2. The second hole, the par 3, is 220 yards from the back tee. It's just a long par 3 that requires an accurate shot to even hit the green. And on West 3, with water on both sides of the hole, you have to hit a straight drive there and a long drive because of the length of that hole. So those first 3 holes here at Sycamore Hills are pretty demanding.
And once again, it's the straightness. You got to be accurate with your shots and your putting. And I've got to tell you, folks, some of the prettiest greens that I have seen, and they look like they're in absolutely perfect shape. Nobody plays on them, it looks like.
Well, we get plenty of play. But Craig Roggeman, our green superintendent, has done a great job this year. And,
incredible.
The greens are in good shape.
Very, very nice, and a beautiful way to start off the west. And Max, finishing up on hole number 8. This is a nice straightaway shot here. You were telling us you might want to use a little draw on this, but can you get in a lot of trouble on this hole?
Well, West 8's a demanding par 4. Number 1, it's over 435 yards, and it does call for a draw off the tee. You almost have to draw the ball here because the fairway sort of curves, slants to the right, and any type of shot that fades is going to be in trouble, and you will be blocked out on your second shot. So it definitely calls for a draw off the tee.
Well, one of the things I've noticed watching you with some of the people here. Of course, you give lessons for everybody, and give us your telephone number if people are interested in having a lesson with you.
Sycamore Hills Pro Shop is 586-598-9500, and you can ask for Max Adani, and I'll be more than happy to help you out.
And I'm impressed by your driving area and your driving range and our practice facility. It's a beautiful area to come over here and get people to. This is the time of year you want to get that. You've been through the slump. You want to get it all back now.
Well, this is the time of year to work on your game, and here at Sycamore Hills we have a nice practice facility, we have a nice putting green, and we have a nice facility in general. Absolutely gorgeous. Max, thank you very much for your time.
If your course would like to be spotlighted on Great Lakes Golf Today, call us 866-612-2311. Great Lakes Golf Today.
Take control of your game with SMT Golf. SMT has created a full line of high-quality component heads that are not only forgiving, but are achieving the highest honors in the entire history of the game. SMT Golf is the winningest component company in the history of golf, with 5 RE/MAX Long Drive championships and hundreds of individual and LDA Tour victories. Take control of your game with SMT Golf. Check out the entire line of SMT Golf products at Components Plus at the Legacy Golf Resort. Do you ever think about building your own golf clubs? Well, Components Plus thinks you can, and they're here to help. Innovation is the game, and Components Plus has the latest shafts, heads, grips, and more. Components Plus prides itself on having everything you, the golfer, would need. Now, you can build your own clubs or have our professionals custom build a set for your swing. Call Components Plus today for our free catalog. Components Plus. Technology builds the components. Tradition builds the clubs.
Beautiful, beautiful course. And don't forget about our radio show. Thank you for doing the radio show with us yesterday morning. And hopefully we can get a lot of golfers from the Toledo area to come up too. So they listen to us on Sports Radio 1470 The Ticket each and every Saturday morning from 8 till 9 o'clock. And of course you can watch this show 24 hours a day on our website at GreatLakesGolfToday.com. The whole media, everything. So when it's snowing out, people will be planning their events to come up here to golf. Hopefully we won't be getting that snow till January.
That's right, yes, indeed. So I thank you for coming out, Mike, and appreciate it. And, you know, it's been a pleasure talking with you.
I enjoy it, and I'd like to thank the great people over at Matthews Ford. Set us up with a beautiful Explorer to make it up here, and it was quite a ride. It was a very nice ride. I thought Detroit was going to be a little tough, but got right through. Not a problem at all. It was really nice.
Glad to hear it.
Very nice.
Yep.
Of course, the great people at SMT Golf. We got a chance to go up to Chicago and check out their facilities there, and they got these great golf clubs. Well, I'll tell you, you can hit these things a mile. And my only problem is now all my friends want them, and they take them from me, and I never get to hit them anymore.
Nothing feels better than hitting a good golf shot.
That's right. Yeah. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does,
yeah, it's memorable.
Exactly.
Yep.
Folks, don't forget you can email us for a chance at some free golf on our website at Great Lakes Golf Today, and join us next week. We've got another beautiful course. And I'd like to thank you for making this show possible each and every week. Keep those emails coming. I'm Mike Jamieson. I got to thank you for having us up here.
Thank you again, Mike. Appreciate it very much.
It was a great time, Tom. And we'll talk to you next week right here on Great Lakes Golf Today.